Good morning, dear students. Is my screen visible and am I audible? Somebody
Sir,
please.
everything is clear, sir.
Thank you, Pa. So yesterday we started with object-oriented programming, module 5. And in connection, we discussed the syllabus. You have two parts in module 5. First part is about object-oriented programming. Second part is about graphical user interface building. As a part of object-oriented programming, I already said, so there are two kinds. One is procedural-oriented programming, where you write functions and based on the functions you execute. The second one is object-oriented programming. The different phases of object-oriented programming I have explained. The first phase is understanding the problem. Second phase is about figuring out what data type you want. Third one is to figure out what functionalities you need to have and how to write the class, and finally test your code. These are all the 5 different phases. Okay. That was yesterday's class, and right, and I explained what is a class, what is an object. Object is instance of the class. So a class is a blueprint. Okay, it is just only the outer print of the entire functionality. Okay, the class will contain data as well as functions. The same if you create the object. So object is also having the same. You can see here, but it is specific. It's a specific one. So example, example you can certainly see here. You have a car class, and the instances of the car are Polo, Maruti, and Mini, and Beetle. These are all different cars. Okay, but they are objects of the same class, that is car, but it is named, it is having its own features, its own functionalities. So it is green in color, its name is Polo, it's light green. Okay, its name is Mini, its color is red, and its name is Beetle. So when I say class is a generalized representation, whereas object is a specialized representation. So generalization and specialization. Okay, and each class will have its own attributes. Its own attributes are nothing but the data that it will hold, and its own methods. Methods are nothing but the functions. The functions on which these data is going to be operated. Okay. We have already understood this. We touched instance variable and the class variables. You can see normally the data in the object or class is called a field, and the functions that are belongs to the class are called methods. And you can see the fields are of two types. One is instance variables, another one is class variables. Instance variables of a class, so they belongs to class itself. Inside the class, if you create the variables, they are called instance variables. And class variables, and these variables, if it is available for each object, then it is called class instance variable. Class variables are the variables that are defined inside the class, and for each instance, for each object, the variables are created. So those you call it as instance variables, or it is also called as object variables. Of course, we can create using create a class using class keyword. Okay, here is one simple example. In this example, you see, you are creating a person called class called person, and just pass. Pass is nothing but it's end of the function, end of the class, and it is an empty class that you are creating, and you are trying to create an object. P is equal to person open bracket close bracket. If you just do this, what happens? A class, from the class person, an object is created. Object is created. So object is P, and you are just trying to print P, and it is displaying something. It is displaying something. Let us see practically how exactly this works using our Google Colab. It's already there. So I'm sorry, Google Colab. It is already there. Just reconnect it. Okay, it's there. Yeah. Now, same thing. Class person, and observe very carefully whenever you create a class, whenever you create a function or a method, it is very important to give information about that particular class. Okay, it's acting like a doc string. I think you all know why doc string is important. It will give you an helping information about that particular class. Person P you are creating and printing P. Empty object, if you print, what happens? Let us look into it. Yes. Look at here. It is printing something. Main is actually a main program. Inside the main program, you have an object called person is present at this memory. This is the memory location where person P is getting an object allocation, memory allocation. Same thing. We'll do it with Python visualization. We'll do it Python visualization. Yeah. I just show you how exactly it happens. Python visualization. So it is loaded. Yeah, it's getting loaded. Done. Just put it, visualize and execute. Look at here. The class is creating a memory person, global person class is creating. Say global frame, the global memory it's creating. Now I'm creating a person object. You can see person class is created first. Look at here, person class is created, and person object is instance is created, and I'm just printing it. Printing means it is printing the address of that particular object where it's get memory allocated. The same thing, I just create one more object. I create one more object. P2. P2 is equal to person. Person is the name of the class. With normally, you know, coding standards, you write capital P or capital first letter for class names. You capitalize the first letter of class names. So I just write person, and you can write print P2, the second object. I'm creating now, you observe, creating a class, and it is printing. It's available in some memory allocation. Next, another object is created, and observe, it is also getting a different memory allocation. Look at that, it is also getting different memory allocation. Every time You create a class, there is no memory is allocated. Whenever you create an object, then only the memory is allocated. Memory is allocated. Okay, that's very important, interesting thing that you should observe.